Hello children, welcome back to our maths class. We shall continue with the chapter direct proportion and inverse proportion. Now let us see what do you mean by inverse proportion. Now let us consider an example over here. You can see I have taken an example over here. Okay, number of workers and number of days. Now here the number of workers are 4. Now when there are only 4 workers to do the work, okay, one particular work or one particular task, they require 60 days to complete that work. Okay, now the number of workers are increased. The number of workers are increased. So the number of workers becomes 6. So now since the number of workers becomes 6, the number of days will reduce. Okay, you can see the difference. Okay, the number of workers are increased, so the number of days are reduced. Again the number of workers are increased to 10, so again it is reduced to 24, and number of workers are increased to 15 and the number of days are reduced to 16. So if you see here in inverse proportion, when one quantity increases, okay, that means when the number of workers increases, the number of days to complete the work decreases, right? Where in the direct proportion, when number increases, the other number also increases, and when the number decreases, the corresponding other number also decreases. But here when one number increases, the other decrease. Okay, so that is called as the inverse proportion. Number of workers increases, so the number of days to complete the work reduces, it decreases. Okay, so now let's begin with the exercise. Open your textbook to page number 66. Let's start with practice set 38. Practice set 38. The first question: 5 workers take 12 days to complete or to weed a field. Okay, so now there are 2 columns, workers and number of days. Okay, now 5 workers take 12 days. How many days would 6 workers take? Okay, how many would 6 workers take? So now first I will write it is an inverse proportion. Okay, it is a inverse proportion. So I assume number of days required to complete the work for 6 workers is x. Okay, so now what I do earlier, what did I do? I write the numbers in the form of ratio. Now here I am directly multiplying those two numbers. Okay, so I write 5 into 12 is equal to 6 into x. Earlier for direct we did in the form of upon, fraction. Here we do not want fraction, will directly multiply. Okay, 5 workers need 12 days. So 5 into 12 and 6 workers need x days, that is 6 into x. So now shift this 6 to another side. So that is x is equals to 5 into 12 upon 6. 6 ones are 6 twos are. So x is equals to 10. Okay, so I write the answer. 6 workers will take 10 days. Now there is one more question added to it. How many would 15 take? So how many days would 15 workers take? Okay, so same way you can make 2 columns, workers and number of days. Okay, so 5 workers take 12 days. Okay, this remains same. Okay, 5 workers, what is given to us remains the same. Only the second part of the question changes. That means where there is 6, we will write that as 15. So 15 required x days. Okay, we have changed that. So 5 into 12 is equals to 15 into x. X is equals to 5 into 12 upon 15. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15, 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12. So 15 workers will take 4 days. Okay, so we got both the answers. Next, Mohan Rao took 10 days to finish a book, reading 40 pages every day. Okay, so he finished the book in 10 days where he read 40 pages every day. So number of pages he read per day. Okay, I will write it is the inverse proportion. Okay, now pages read per day is 40 and number of days to complete reading the book is 10. How many pages must he read in a day to finish in 8 days? So I assume that as X. Number of pages he read per day is X and to complete the book in 8 days. Okay. So here it is the inverse variation. I have written this. Let the number of pages read be X to complete the reading books in 8 days. Okay. So that is 40 into 10 is equals to 8 into X. You can see over here. Okay, X into 8 is equals to 40 into 10. Then X is equals to 40 into 10 upon 8. 8 ones are 8, 8 fives are 40. So X is equals to 50. So your answer is he read 50 pages to complete the book in 8 days. Okay. Next, third sum. Mary cycles at 6 km per hour. Okay, so the speed is given to us. She cycles 6 km per hour. How long will she take to reach her aunt's house, which is 12 km away? So now, Mary cycles 6 km per hour. So speed is given to us 6 km per hour. Okay, how long will she take? That means we have to find the time. Okay, which is 12 kilometers away. So the distance is given to us as 12 kilometers. So you can see there are 3 columns been made. One is speed, other is time, and the other one is distance. Now from that speed and distance is given to us, we have to find the time. So now this is the first case. There are 2 questions. So first we will look into only to the first question. Now she travels 6 km per hour. How long will she take to reach her aunt's house? That is X hours, which is 12 km away. Now we know the formula for distance. Okay. So this speed is distance is equals to speed into time. Okay. So speed into time is equals to distance. So speed is 6, time is X and distance is 12. Right. Then there is one more case which has been told. If she cycles at a speed of 4 km per hour. So speed is given to us as 4 km per hour. How long will she take? Okay, she travels the same distance, that is 12 km. But the speed has been reduced, that is 4 km per hour. So she takes y hours. Okay. Distance remains same, speed is reduced, so we have to find how many hours will it take. So that is y hours. So same, y into 4 is equals to 12, that is speed into time is equals to distance. So now we solve both the cases simultaneously. 6 into x is 12, that is x is equals to 12 upon 6, which is equals to 2, and y into 4 is equals to 12. Therefore, y is equals to 12 upon 4, which is equals to 3. So, Mary takes how many hours? She takes 2 hours at a speed of 6 km per hour and she takes 3 hours at a speed of 4 km per hour. Okay, I hope so you all have understood. It is very simple. Next, fourth sum, you have to do it for homework. Okay, and see that you complete the exercise in your notebook. Thank you.